come straight to the red line.
You've got damage, you've got damage.
Your unit! Stay still!
Derbyshire traffic cops.
It does have warning markers for potential firearms.
Turn over! You're under arrest. Intent to supply Class A drug.
Police 1,000 square miles.
It's a crash.
You got any other injury other than your head?
With some of the UK's most dangerous roads.
How nobody's been killed out of this, I don't know.
Do you know how fast you were going?
It's scary when stuff like this happens.
In life and death situations.
Get on the ground, you'll be tased! We've got runners. Face down.
Yes, successful sting.
Around every corner,
Great acting, mate.
there's a new challenge for the traffic cops.
Step out of the vehicle now! I'm going
Stay
home.
there.
Stop grabbing me like that.
Crash.
On a dead end. On an off-road.
Coming up,
Stand by, it's going contraflow.
dangerous drivers out of control.
It's a crash. A male running.
Oh, whoa. Right, what are you doing?
Battling with officers.
I'm warning you, mate. I'm going to gas you in a minute.
I can see the vehicle. I'm just trying to judge how deep this water is into it.
And a life or death situation
Do you believe he might be cardiac arrest?
forces the traffic cops into action.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Streets are relatively sparse, traffic. Not an awful lot going on at the minute.
3 hours into a night shift, traffic cop Stuart Smith is on patrol near Chesterfield.
I'm always looking out for drivers that stand out a little bit, like they're exiting the junction a bit fast. There'll be something about the characteristic of that particular car that stands out from the rest.
And else Tango 33.
I can see a van that's coming towards me and he's going noticeably quicker than all the other road users.
Code 2 vehicle check, please.
Collar 14105.
As Stuart makes a U-turn,
Yes, belt stop.
the van driver ducks down a side street.
Am I witnessing a van that's involved in crime? Has he just stolen something? Or it could be, is he drunk? The only way to find out is to catch up with the driver and speak to him.
One occupant decamped from the vehicle. Got a... Stop.
We just kind of have this stalemate on the road. They're waiting for me to get out of the car, they're waiting for me to walk up to it, and then they'll speed off, and then of course I've got to run back to the car, it slows me down. I've played this game before, so I'm not going to get out.
It's making off. No other road users on the road this time. It's gone down a dead end. On an off-road.
When the car doesn't stop, your heart does sink and your mind goes 100 miles an hour. You've got so much to think about. The dangers are huge.
Formula A pursuit is authorised. Keep me up to date with dynamic risk assessment, please.
Yes. Go to the roundabout. It's the first. TPAC pursuit management train. Road conditions are quite cold, wet. Vehicle's now lights out.
He turns his lights out in an effort to try and evade me being able to chase him.
Vehicle continues to belt stop.
But there's other units that are coming towards me, so we can hopefully get this van stopped quickly.
Left.
Vehicle is still lights out.
It's quite dangerous at this stage. Members of the public can't see this van coming, and he's not stopping for anyone.
Speed is now 40 towards 50 and a 30. Towards the roundabout, stand by the direction of the roundabout. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not four. Stand by, it's going contraflow.
Shockingly, He turns to go up the wrong side of the bypass against the flow of traffic. It is the worst case scenario. You've got drivers that aren't expecting a van to be coming the wrong way on the bypass with no lights on.
Despite the vehicle travelling on the wrong side of the road, Stewart's able to keep it in sight.
It's sheer luck that a collision doesn't happen. He's able to then exit, so the pursuit continues.
Looping back round the side roads, permission to re-engage.
Yeah, from NA, pursuit continues to be authorised. I'm slightly concerned around the level of risk that's starting to increase now.
Vehicle still remains lights out. Permission for tactical contact if it attempts to go contraflow again.
From Sierra 1, yes, that's all received. Happy with that tactic.
Vehicle's now gone left. Speed is 50 and a 30. Road conditions are quite icy.
Stand by, I'm just trying to make some ground on the vehicle. It's got ahead of me.
I'm going to do the loop again. I'm going to go off-road again.
We go down the same streets, down the same footpath.
Yep, confirmed A61 towards Lockford. I'm going to get quite close up to it for the next roundabout to make sure it doesn't go contraflow. Vehicle is at 70, still lights out towards the roundabout. Lights are on red, temporary high risk. There's no other vehicles that I can see coming around the roundabout. Vehicle is slowing down to 30. Vehicle stopped, going contraflow around the roundabout. There's no other vehicles on the roundabout at this time.
And he goes the wrong way around the roundabout. Just as I come around the corner, he collides with this Ford Focus.
It's a crash. Got Mel running.
With the suspect on the run,
From Victor 2, have we got a dog?
other units arrive, including a dog handler.
Went this way. So if the dog tracks from here, we'll be fine.
Through that gap here.
His chance of escape is nil. We've got him surrounded, and I think he knows that as well.
I think he's here.
He jumps in the canal in an effort to get away.
Yeah, this is our man. And they from 3-3 confirmed this is the male driver. Seen running from the vehicle. We've got a police dog right next to us as well, mate. Just telling you, in case you get any ideas.
He's given up, he's run out of steam.
I've got asthma. You're lucky you're not dead, aren't you?
And he stinks of booze.
Yeah, said he's had a drink.
Oh, I gathered. You're under arrest. Please don't tell me. On suspicion of dangerous driving, failing stop for the police. It's necessary to arrest you for a prompt and effective investigation.
Being able to catch the driver that's just done all these dangerous things and potentially injured somebody that was in another vehicle that they've collided with is a very good feeling.
When we get back to my vehicle, we're going to do a breath test with you. Depending on the result of that as well, we'll move forward. All right? Right, machine's ready to go. You breathe through that until I tell you to stop. And stop, thank you. So you've blown 60, all right, which is over the limit being 35. So you're further under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst over the specified limit. Okay, you are under investigation because you're suspected of driving a motor vehicle on a road or public place whilst over the prescribed alcohol limit. So, do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis?
The sort of tactics that he employed in an effort to get away are those that are used by your organised crime gangs. Really hardened criminals, people that are in stolen vans involved in high-value crime.
Exactly the same as you did before. Blow, 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 blow. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going like that. Perfect. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And stop. Thank you. Okay, you've blown 45 and 43, which is over the limit.
To know that he did all that simply because he was over the drink drive limit is unbelievable. It's crazy. It could quite easily have resulted in a fatality.
Coming up,
We're just going to have to go for it, aren't we?
when a driver loses control,
That's pretty deep. I can hear him.
the race is on to save him.
We've got ambulance here. We need to get you out as soon as.
And a distinctive shoplifter
Right leg is missing. A little bit different.
opens up to the cops.
I'll get through any tag.
It'd work like, but come on, it'd be a bit obvious. You got it.
It's good that he's singing away about how he just takes these tags off.
And are you receiving us Tango 39?
Dealing with drivers who lose control is a regular job for the traffic cops.
We've had a call from a male, sounded like he was groaning in pain, requested an ambulance. Could be simply a medical episode and he's pulled to the side of the road, or it could be an RTC and he's just conscious enough to be able to call us.
Near the end of a 12-hour night shift, PC Lee Ridley is responding to an urgent call.
We've had a shot from a male that's groaning in pain, saying he's near to the A50. So yeah, bit of a strange one. We've kind of got limited light at the minute, so we'll search as best as we can, and then hopefully they can get back in touch with them on the telephone and get a better update. And a Tango 39.
Go ahead.
I'm just travelling slowly down to junction 1, and I'll come back and do westbound. I'm just keeping an eye out for any kind of fresh tracks in the grass at the side of the carriageway.
It appears that the driver collided with a bush at speed. At the road is in some sort of watercourse. Vehicles pulling up with water.
I'm really worried now. You've got freezing cold temperatures. You can't survive very long if you're in water, especially approaching sub-zero temperatures. So where they're describing is here.
Yeah, an A35,
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, I'm with this vehicle. So it's well off the carriageway. It's gone through a bush. I'm just making my way to it now. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. The water starts here. I reckon it's going to be at least knee-deep going in. We understand they're making contact with somebody in the car. It's just extremely difficult for us to get to it. It's all thorny bramble bushes. We believe he is, but we don't know how we're going to get to him. I don't really want to go wading in there. I'm just worried about if any of us go in there and we start running into problems, and I need to know that he's all right. But they're saying he's on to EMAS. We understand he's talking to EMAS. We just need that firming up. So at least if he's talking, it kind of lowers the risk level down to him.
Get these up. It's a bit of a ramp for us.
Yeah. There's a massive piece of plywood just on the ground. The plan is to see if we can stretch it across and get closer to the vehicle without actually going into the water. Got it, Carl. Because it's unknown at this stage how deep the water is.
Right, big. That's one down. They believe he might be cardiac arrest, but it's making some sense, but it's not confirmed.
The driver's potentially gone into cardiac arrest, and that changes everything in an instant. We're just going to have to go for it, aren't we? That's pretty deep. I can hear him. The stakes are unbelievably high. We need to get to that car and get the driver out. We're only approaching the smell. I'm well above knee level in water, but I can hear him shout. You get that initial shock, the freezing cold water kind of kicks in as soon as it goes up near to my waist height. Hello? Can you hear me? Whereabouts are you hurting?
Cold.
You're cold? Right. Are you bleeding from anywhere?
I don't think so.
No. I'm going to say you're in a bit of a predicament here. You're in quite a fair bit of water. I'm initially kind of taken back by the smell of alcohol coming from the car, but my main priority still, putting all that aside, is just get some reassurance that he's still with us and get him out of that car as quick as we can. We've got ambulance here. We need to get you out as soon as, and I might need a bit of help from you. Will your seat go down backwards so we can get you this way? Can you move your legs? Move them at all? Yeah. Yeah? I can see that he's submerged in water up to his waist, so he's sat down in this freezing cold water. He's probably been there at least a good hour as well, so I don't even know if his legs are going to function. I'm praying that he's got enough strength within him that he can kind of help himself get out the back as I assist him. Right, I'm going to go into the water next, and then I'm going to stand up. Right. What I want you to do is crawl towards me. Just keep crawling, keep crawling. Right, hold on to my hand because you're waist deep in water here. And then we're going to go this way. Just mind these prickles, yeah? Just face my colleague. We've got you. I'm going to stand behind you and prop you up. Anybody else in the car with you before the collision?
Just me.
Just
me,
you?
Just me, yep. Just me alone.
Just watch this Brembo. It's wrapped round us both. Hang on a sec. Right, we got you. You just keep going, yeah? And a Tango 39. Just an initial assessment. He's come out of the vehicle under his own doing, so we haven't got major concerns regarding cardiac arrest at this stage. Bit cold and wet, but glad we got him out. There's just quite major concerns there that he'd gone into cardiac arrest. But yeah, he's out. He'll get assessed, and then we'll deal with the traffic side of things very shortly. I'm absolutely saturated waist deep now in water. Sometimes when you have dealings with people, they can be angry towards you. There's a lot of hostility towards police, but you can attend a job and literally within seconds, you're trying desperately to save somebody's life. That's the reason why we do our job. He's obviously come off the carriageway here, the fresh tyre marks, and then if you look, there's kind of no further tracks, so we're wondering if he's lifted and gone airborne. And luckily the water managed to stop him going any faster into the trees at the other side, because they're quite solid, thick trees, which I think the water's potentially slowed him down enough to save him. The fact that he stinks of alcohol, probably that was leading to a bit of the confusion on the call, the shock of what's happened.
45 years, so I'm arresting on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle over the prescribed limit of alcohol, okay?
Alcohol played its part in this collision. Nobody deserves to be involved in a collision. But these are the consequences, and this is what we deal with day in, day out.
As the driver's been in a collision, he has to be checked at hospital before he can be taken into police custody.
He's a very, very lucky person, I think, the fact that he's ended up walking away from that. We'll just make sure that he's got no other significant injuries. But that just highlights another example of how you can end up in a right mess. But luckily, he hasn't seriously injured himself and seriously injured somebody else.
Got a call from Tesco Cloud. So he's had a shoplift with a storage, tried to do some vodka. He managed to get the items back. They're left in this vehicle. Did have a seatbelt on and had a young child on his knee as well.
With up to 400,000 shoplifting offences reported every year, tracking down dangerous getaway drivers is a daily challenge for the police.
Hey, I'm just going to check Sainsbury's car park. See, mate, I'm just going to sit on the 619.
Near Chesterfield, traffic cop Jim Payne and Derbyshire's motorbike unit pick up the call.
We just had a report of an attempt shoplifting where they tried nicking £181 worth of vodka. We want to see if the vehicle's going to another store to try again, since it's failed. We've got other officers checking other supermarkets, and we're just going towards the area where it was last seen. There may be a child in the vehicle. We really obviously need preventative measures of getting this vehicle stopped, or finding it parked in a car park would be ideal.
Yeah, I just spotted it. It's 619 towards Chesterfield.
Yeah, we see. Have we got anybody Chesterfield waiting?
I'm at Sainsbury's roundabout.
Yeah, we see. Just bear in mind, obviously, the mention of this child in the car as well. So the car's been spotted heading into Chesterfield by a motorcyclist. It's also a Motability vehicle, so it could be interesting because if we can get it, show it's been used in crime, we can get the car to Coffin, get returned back to Motability.
Yeah, vehicle stopped for stuff from same.
Received.
As Jim arrives, motorbike officers are questioning the suspects and confirm there is a young child on board.
I'll have a nosy then. Is this the male that's insured on it?
Jim checks the description of the suspect who fled the scene.
The offender is quite distinctive. It's described as being white male in his 50s with a black and grey jacket, grey hoodie, black baseball cap, fairly routine stuff. Right leg is missing, a little bit different.
200 staff and 2 staff with the guy in the wheelchair with the baseball cap on.
Well, that's conclusive then, isn't it?
He's gone in the wheelchair on his own. That load of stuff. Tried to conceal it, but he probably had a deep tag on him.
Get local travel.
With the front seat passenger matching the description, he's under arrest.
There was already an information marker apparently on the vehicle for another incident in relation to possible other shoplifting. So it's not just a one-off, it's a course of conduct that they're doing with this vehicle.
The driver's also being taken into custody.
What's he wanted for then?
2 thefts and a burglary.
Oh, on us?
No, mate, it's a designer outlet at York.
Yeah.
For a theft, burglary at Poole and another theft at Poole.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised actually that both the male are wanted. It's the actual passenger that's been into the shop with a wheelchair and tried stealing the vodka. And then the driver's wanted on PNC for an unrelated offence, so it's a good stop.
The officers search the car for evidence.
Set of bolt croppers here, look. I think that's your security tag. Anything like that, isn't it? That'll get through any tag. It'd certainly work, wouldn't it?
It'd work like, but come on, it'd be a bit obvious. You've got it.
The passenger who's basically admitted what he's been doing, he says he's not been using a tool, he's just been snapping them and pulling them off. So we've arrested the 2 males from the vehicle. The driver was wanted from a couple of other forces for other offences, and the passenger has been arrested on suspicion of theft.
The other passenger and the young child are free to go.
Because the vehicle's been used in crime, we've recovered that. It's also a Motability vehicle, so they've been notified. Hopefully they'll then take possession of the vehicle. Obviously it's not what the Motability scheme's all about. It's supposed to be to help people get about, you know, that need it, they've got a disability. Clearly the passenger does have a disability, and the fact he's only got one leg. But yeah, the idea of giving him a brand new 73 plate car isn't for him to go out stealing vodka from Tesco.
Making up.
Coming up,
Hanging about.
another out-of-control driver makes a run for it.
Which way's he gone?
I'm not doing driving.
Well, I'm gonna check. Do you understand?
No.
You don't understand?
And a drunk driver
Give me your hand.
turns to violence.
I'm warning you, mate. I'm gonna gas you in a minute. NA Tango 36 1015, please. Got a responsibility to cover the whole county of Derbyshire. It's important that we know everywhere, but at the same token, you know, work in the same area or same patch, I think it helps as well.
Traffic cop Matt Cooling is on patrol near Chesterfield looking for dangerous illegal drivers.
The nature of the people that we're going after, you know, they are people that are citing police, you know, they're very likely to fail to stop, and that'll obviously then engage us in a pursuit.
From an A to all units monitoring this channel, we've just had an ANPR hit for a vehicle. The driver of this vehicle is showing to have no insurance.
Close by, Stuart Smith is also on the lookout for the suspect car.
Yeah, 206, I think she said.
Yeah, I'm behind it. It's just taking a left towards Renshaw. Well, he's not hanging about. Doing about 60.
There's a car that's hit up with no insurance a couple of times tonight, which I've just checked. It's still showing no insurance. Stu Smith's now behind it, and it's got a bit of a lick on apparently.
With a pursuit likely, Stuart needs backup.
Any pursuit is dangerous. We're trying to stop a car driving at high speed. You're always second guessing what they're going to do, and we're trying to stop that vehicle with the least amount of damage and the least amount of risk to members of the public.
It's estimated that nearly 15,000 police pursuits take place every year.
So it turned onto Stokes' Carwood.
Okay, mate.
I think this leads onto the main road again. Big loop, yeah.
And we've checked it on police computer, it's still no insurance.
Traffic cop Jim Payne is also closing in on the wanted car.
Don't know if it's come this far or not.
I've put across that and take Renisher Hill.
Just going left. That'll take you back onto the main road through Renishaw. Going right up the hill.
Approaching the junction ahead, Jim catches up with Stuart.
Yeah, he's making off.
With Jim and Stuart now in pursuit, Matt still playing catch-up.
Sounds like the vehicle stopped and decamped. Tango 36, state 6.
Thank you. Looking at mapping, the wooded area is quite dense, and it looks like it's quite a way over to the next adjoining road.
Jack has gone to the left, Stu?
I think he got as far as the tree.
Oh,
right. We weren't as quick at the cars as what he was. I could nip round in a plain car to stay the lane, see if I can. I know what it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long way to go, mate, to keep going towards Staley Lane.
He's running in the dark as well. He's got no light with him.
I'll keep going forward just a bit more then.
He's wearing a grey top, light coloured-ish hair.
Yeah.
Probably our height, slim
Yeah.
build, dark trousers.
Yeah. The driver's decamped. At the end of the day, if we come across someone walking on here, it's probably a good chance it's going to be the person we're looking for, as it's early hours of the morning now. I've come a good distance up this path. I'm not going to go any further, mate. He's likely to be hidden somewhere, isn't he? Yeah, too far. Start coming back then. Some more checks have been done, and it might be that the registered keeper's wanted failed to appear, which again is another good reason to run off into it.
A dog unit arrives to comb the area for the runaway.
A bit of stuff either side of the towpath then it could have gone into.
Yeah, quite possibly, mate. Yeah, there's paths, goes right as well, back towards like Renisher.
Nothing this way.
Not interested, no.
No interest, right. Obviously, the older the scent gets, the harder it is for him.
Yeah. Vanished then. Well, can't say we haven't tried. We've tracked really as far as we can with the dog, but unfortunately it's not picked up a scent for the offender that's run off. But no, thanks mate, thanks for your effort. Don't go too far, because you never know. It's always disappointing when you're literally seconds behind someone and they get away, but you know, it's just how it is sometimes, unfortunately. We'll still send a notice of intended prosecution and a requirement to tell us who the driver is to the registered keeper. And the upshot of that is that, you know, if they don't respond to us, there's a massive fine of 6 points going to come their way. Something will come of it, you know, one way or the other, and his luck will run out one day and he'll get caught while he's wanted.
"15 miles north of Derby, Matt's looking for more out-of-control drivers.
Over the years, I think you do get a sixth sense of when something's not right. You know, criminals and drink drivers, people who are disqualified from driving, The telltale signs for me, driving well below the speed limit, maybe that they're swerving between the lanes, or something as simple as not putting the lights on. You're always going to find that people, unless they're caught, they're going to keep doing what they get away with. So we're just going to start showing presence in the area. This car pulled out ahead of me. It's not got its lights on. It's driving really slowly, and instantly I'm thinking there's something wrong. Just have a quick look at it. NA Tango 36 1015, please. Just run me that through, please. Yeah, its vehicle's compliant and stopped. Hey mate, you been drinking?
Not really, no. I've got
Just step out of the car for me. Hey, can I get another unit just to join me? I'm just up from Quarry Road. I'm not sure what I'm on. I think I've got DRC.
Yeah, that's received. Have we got any units for you to join? We've got a vehicle stopped.
Just come and stand out here, mate. Pretty much straight away, you get the impression that, he's under the influence. I think you drink driving, so I'm going to request a specimen of breath from you.
Okay.
I must explain to you, if you fail or refuse, it's an offence for which you're going to be arrested. Do you understand?
What are you doing?
I'm ending your call because I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
And you're being rude.
I'm not being rude. You being nasty.
I'm not being nasty.
Yeah, you are.
I don't want you talking on your phone when I'm with you.
Okay.
Okay, so I need you to provide a specimen of breath. Do you understand?
Right.
I need to make sure you're not drink driving.
I'm not doing driving.
Well, I'm gonna check. Do you understand?
No.
Well, you're driving with no lights for a start.
Lights on?
No, they're not, mate.
What's that, man?
Yeah, at the front they might be, but there's no lights at the back.
Hold on 1 minute. Let's just film this.
You can film what you want, but you're coming to this police car in a minute.
Oh, whoa.
Right,
what
listen,
are you doing?
I'm going to request a specimen of breath from you. Put your phone down.
No, I'm not putting my phone down. I want to record this.
Just get a unit to me, please.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, it's being recorded.
Yeah. So, I can record this
Listen
then.
to me. It's that fight or flight moment. The driver's already shown his level of resistance, so I'm then conscious that, if we get to the next stage and we've got to arrest him, it's probably going to then turn violent. Put your phone down.
No, I'm not putting the phone down.
Right, well, at the minute you're under arrest.
For what?
Suspicion of being unfit whilst... Just give me a hand.
No. What are you recording me for? What are you doing, mate?
Mate, I'm going to gas you in a minute. I suspect you drink driving.
Okay.
Okay, give me a hand.
So why is it so rough then?
Because you're now under arrest, so you're not doing as you're told. I work by myself, and I'm conscious that he's quite a large chap. If he's not going to comply, I'm going to have some massive issues with him. Put your phone down.
No.
Put your phone down.
Why do I need to put my phone
Because
down?
I need to handcuff you.
I'm under arrest.
Yeah. Give me a hand.
Oh, are you being serious?
I'm warning you, mate. I'm going to gas you in a minute. Out of nowhere, the driver tries to throw a punch. Stop resisting and give me a hand.
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You tried to throw a punch at me and I ain't having it. Put your phone. Spray! I'm left with no other option.
But you can't be in America, innit?
No, it's not, mate. It's basically an irritant that we spray, in subjects' eyes. I sort of end up getting a face flu myself, and I'm struggling then to keep my eyes open and see what's happening. I'm in a vulnerable position myself now. Can you get someone in the hurry, please?
We've got a local unit. We're travelling towards the location now.
Arms behind your back.
Where are you? This copper has just battered me, and I mean, he's arrested me for nothing.
Give me your hand.
He's battered me, he's sprayed me and everything, babe.
Put your phone down. Give me a hand.
I'm not. Why am I putting my phone down?
Because you're under arrest.
My phone. Yeah,
I told you under arrest.
After a 2-minute struggle, backup arrives.
Just give me another put another cuff on, Carl. I've got one on.
What are you doing on my phone?
I've got one on.
You think I'm coming, you know?
There's a massive sense of relief when my colleagues turned up to help. He's been safely arrested and I'm not injured. Have you got him, mate?
No, you can't. What are you doing?
I'm holding you.
Relax.
Yeah, fine. I've ended up spraying him and me. This is tries for a punch.
It takes 10 cars. Are you being serious?
Relax. It makes me angry that, this bloke's got into a car, drunk, and then, of course, he took the chance then of going home where he's then been caught. And then his reaction then is to try and assault someone. It just infuriates me, really, that's the driver's attitude.
Will you go to see if they'll cooperate with the breath test?
mate. Can do, not very compliant.
No, that's absolutely fine. I've not had someone try and assault me for a long, long time. And I like to think that's down to, the way I deal with people, the way that I speak with people. But unfortunately, there's no reasoning with someone that's drunk. They're unpredictable and volatile and, sadly this night, that's proven. See if this chat's got some water. Hey, mate. Mate, can I ask a favour?
Yeah.
Have you got like a jug of water or anything? Just pour on my face. To get behind the wheel of any vehicle when you've had that much to drink is completely selfish. It's irresponsible. You are a ticking time bomb and playing roulette with your life and the life of others on the road.
Coming up.
Still be in here somewhere?
Matt's on the hunt for a gang of thieves, targeting farmers and their vehicles.
Yeah, I've got some lights coming towards me.
Over and over again.
Yeah, I've got 2 off-road motorcycles. Yeah, followed by a third.
We've got units, Chesterfield, start making their way for a break in progress, vehicle being stolen.
So the offenders are still on the farm. No other details.
Tango 29, I'm en route down the bypass.
Traffic cop Matt Cooling is responding to a call from the north of the county.
There's a bunch of local units attached, so I'll ask if one of them can go to pause.
That's where I'll head myself. I've had a report of a quad bike that's just been stolen from a farm. Raw crime is a massive issue in Derbyshire. There's definitely a market for farm machinery and agricultural machinery. They're very, very desirable and they're worth a lot of money.
From an we've just had a further update from the informant saying that they have gone down the field, likely on the Greenway from Clown.
Right, this is the Greenway here. Tango 29, were they seen riding it or pushing it?
Pushing it.
The offenders have been seen to get onto an old railway line, which is what we're walking towards now. Just on the off chance it comes up this way, we'll try and intercept it on the path. It can be daunting going into the dark and it's sort of the unknown. A number of people that are possibly tooled up, and I'm by myself. What am I going to do if I'm confronted with these people?
They came out the farm and then onto the road. You can get through here.
A second unit is searching in the fields nearby.
I wonder if they've come through here. So maybe could still be in here somewhere.
Oh. Yeah, I've got some lights coming towards me. Stand by. Yeah, I've got 2 off-road motorcycles. Yeah, followed by a third. They're now generally towards Cresswell.
Yeah.
There was 3 motorbikes, but I didn't see any VRMs. The first one was 2 up, and then single riders on the other 2. I've seen no quad though, so I wonder if they've dumped that. They've not come past on a quad. They've come past on 3 motorbikes. Go on, mate.
Farmers, they've found it. The quad bike jumped in the field, so just going up to it now.
You've got the quad bike.
You've got the quad
They've
bike.
abandoned it.
And you found
the
that?
field, yeah, they were pushing it. That was down, they've broken that off.
Right. They haven't managed to start it though, have they, by the looks of it?
No, so they broke all the key and everything. I can't start it. I'm going to start it. Trying to break in the shed last week.
Yeah.
So obviously this is what they're after.
It's a good result that the quad's been found. The frustrating part is that, we've probably seen the 4 offenders that are responsible. We come across them again. It's doubtful really.
And a tunnel being twisted up on the side of the barn, looks like they've gained entry.
Following 2 attempted burglaries in a week, tonight the same farm is being targeted again.
You do get people that will target the same place 2 consecutive nights. And that's purely based on the fact that they want something. I think it's pretty brazen to try and steal the same thing again. 829, can you just put me to the job, please?
It's 21 CCTV in the yard.
Looks like they've possibly gone back for another attempt. This is what I joined the job to do, you know, is to catch burglars and car thieves. Sarge, are you happy with the plan? If it's similar to last night, we've got offenders on motorbikes, are you happy if we do preemptive sting?
Fine, I feel you.
Yeah, understood. Hang on, wait.
01 has agreed preemptive tactics as best option.
So the sting is designed to puncture tyres. It's just done slowly and gradually. If there's no air in the tyres, it means that they can't keep riding what they're riding. Hey, Tango 29, just for info, I'm further up the branch line from 2-1.
Matt sets his trap.
I need to be in a position where they're not going to see me, but I'm going to hear them. There's always an inherent danger to the officer that deploys a stinger. Normally, best practice is to do it from hard cover and to be concealed so that person doesn't see you. And you have got to weigh up the dangers that are present. But, you know, these people don't care. It's complete tunnel vision, you know. They are literally just focused on getting away.
But 10 minutes later, he's still waiting.
There's no sign of these motorbikes. There's every possibility that they'll probably come up the path before the other units got into the location. We'll knock it on the head. Frustrating, they've got away. Hopefully their luck will run out and we'll catch them with the axe maybe next time.
An estimated 7,500 accidents occur every year when drivers lose control of their cars.
I do struggle to understand why people just don't stop. They probably don't foresee the potential consequences or that they're making the situation just worse for themselves. But at the end of the day, they're not stopping because they're clearly doing something wrong.
They don't like the situation they're in. They see that you're the police. They see that it's game over for the night. Something could change. They could decide suddenly that they want to attack you, they want to escape. So you've got to be switched on.
People are taking more and more risks than ever before in an effort to get away. Being able to remove those drivers from the road is very rewarding. And the fact that we're only chipping away at it and we're getting one at a time, but that's one less driver that's out there putting people's lives at risk.
Go down a dead end. On the off-road.
In this episode,
Crash, 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 crash. I've got Mel running.
the failed-to-stop van driver was sent to prison.
Went this way.
And banned from the roads for drunk and dangerous driving.
He has said he's had a drink.
Oh, I gathered. You're lucky you're not dead, aren't you?
The wanted suspect who ditched his car and ran into some woods
Vanished then. That's why we hadn't tried.
has been sent a notice of intended prosecution and remains under investigation.
If they don't respond to us, there's a massive fine of 6 points going to come their way.
Oh, whoa.
Right,
What are you doing?
The drunk driver who punched Matt Cooling
Are you being serious?
I'm warning you, mate. I'm going to gas you in a minute.
received a community order and was disqualified for driving for 36 months.
Punch at me, and I ain't having it.
That's pretty deep. Whereabouts are you hurting? Cold. You're cold?
The driver who crashed into a deep pond
We've got you. I'm going to stand behind you and prop you up.
was later released from hospital without serious injury.
I think the water's potentially slowed him down enough to save him.
Blood tests confirmed he was under the legal limit.
He's definitely the guy in the wheelchair with the baseball cap on.
The disabled shoplifter received 8 weeks imprisonment for shop theft.
What's he wanted for then? 2 thefts and a burglary.
But no action was taken against the driver or the registered keeper of the mobility car.
The idea of giving him a brand new 73 plate car isn't for him to go out stealing vodka from Tesco.
So the offenders are still on the farm.
And the thieves who attempted to steal a quad bike from a farm have yet to be tracked down, but inquiries are ongoing.
Catch more Traffic Cops new next Monday at 8. Is a drama queen pooch more than Graham Hall bargained for? He's tackling dogs behaving very badly, new at 8 tomorrow. And tonight, can't decide between a petrol or electric car? We put them to the test to find out which is better next.
Straight through the red line.
You've got damage, you've got damage.
Go unit! Stay still!
Derbyshire Traffic Cops.
It does have warning markers for potential firearms.
Turn over! You're under arrest. Intent to supply class A drug.
Police 1,000 square miles.
It's a crash.
You got any other injury other than your head?
With some of the UK's most dangerous roads.
How nobody's been killed out of this, I don't know.
Do you know how fast you were going?
It's scary when stuff like this happens.
In life and death situations.
Get on the ground, you'll be tased!
We've got runners.
Face down! Yes, successful sting.
Around every corner.
Great acting, mate.
There's a new challenge for the Traffic Cops.
Step out of the vehicle now!
Stay there.
Stop grabbing me like that.
Coming up.
Going for it. NA vehicle is failing to stop.
Unlicensed drivers.
So, have you got a licence? Disqualified?
Yeah.
I thought as much.
Banned from the roads.
Why is this all my fault when you're the one who's driving?
Risking lives to get away.
Speed is in excess of 150.
And angry suspects.
If you're taking my car, I am taking your car, right?
With something to hide.
Stop there, turn round, put your hands forward behind your back. Horrendous weather.
Had another ANPR hit. This job came to us via Knock.
Alex, I'll do the turn round at junction 2 and come back towards you in case it comes into the city.
Yeah, shit.
Near Derby, Traffic Cops Andy Swift and Alex Head are on the hunt for a black BMW.
It's a disqualified driver, mate, off our briefing. It's an X5, I think it is. I'll sit after the second bridge, mate. Wait here, then. If you see it, mate, and sight it, I'll just come out behind you, mate, and join.
Yeah, no worries.
There's a disqualified driver on the motorway that's someone's reported. So we're just going to wait for it to come past, because we think it's going to be coming back up north. And then if it is, we shall try and stop it.
On average, more than 7,000 disqualified drivers are caught on the roads every year.
It's our job to obviously go after these people, and we want to stop these people, especially repeat offenders.
Mate, taking 3 seconds. That's fine.
Control tracks the BMW on police cameras.
That's it, it's hit.
The target is a man known for disqualified driving and also has convictions for assault and speeding.
It's a driver I know because it's somebody I'd stopped 5 months ago.
With the vehicle sighted, Alex is already in pursuit behind Andy.
Yes. Very shortly till we contacted that vehicle. Stand by. Again, a Tango 47, it's contact with that vehicle. Lane 4, speed is 90. Vehicle moves to lane 3. It's well aware of my presence.
Thank you for that, Sierra 2 monitoring over.
Vehicle moves to lane 2, speed 85.
Alex and Andy move into position to attempt to stop.
I'm going to go past now, so it's 50 foot tall, they board up.
Just watch that one in lane 3, mate.
could potentially be him. See what he does there. Just come up to 300 yards forward now, south there.
It's going for it, mate, it's going for it. NA, vehicle is failing to stop. Stand by, taking call sign pursuit. Vehicle is lane 390. Can we let MPAS know, please, and other forces? Vehicle is making ground on me as it's got a 500 brake horsepower engine in it.
747, call sign pursuit, thank you for that. Continue at this time, MPAS is being called.
We're doing obscene speeds down the M1 and it's like a rocket ship.
Speed is in excess of 150. It is making ground on me. We are lane 4, DRA is medium due to speed. We've got medium traffic, no pedestrians. It's still lane 4. Approximately 200 yards, stand by, make sure it doesn't come off.
I think when a vehicle fails to stop, it makes you think, what other things is this person doing and why are they failing to stop? Is there more to it? Have they got something on board they shouldn't have that they really need to get away?
It's heavy rain for information.
And it just makes you a bit more aware of what are they willing to do, because ultimately there could be some innocent person just going about their business that ends up being hurt or killed, and that's not what anyone wants.
And it's over the brow of the hill out of the way. And the vehicle is still lane 4, and it's committed northbound, approximately 200 yards in the distance. And you need to let South Yorkshire know about this. It is pulling away from me still, and I'm at 158 miles per hour. DRA is high due to speed and weather conditions.
Thank you for that. I've just notified Canopus as well, just in case it comes off that side.
At these distances, I doubt I'll be able to tell if it comes off. I'm committing north, carrying on. And just let me know if it's the ANPR cameras, if it catches it.
Yes, we're seeing that. We are back in South Yorkshire now as well. Any officers that go onto the slip roads for stingers, please ensure it's hard cover. Hard cover, please.
I'm cancelling, it's no point. The conditions are just horrendous. So, yeah.
I know this car is registered locally. I've dealt with this man previously. So head up to near where his address is, and I'm just going to see if it comes past.
Tristan, at the petrol station, I'll get a stinger up.
We're going to go to his house, which I will be absolutely astounded. There we are.
Andy spots the vehicle heading towards Alex's stinger site.
Tango 47, gone past me.
I managed to get all 4 tyres. Won't be going anywhere fast.
Alex has got all 4 tyres. Well, you can't really go very far on all 4 tyres. It's got to be dumped somewhere. You're not going to drive around with 4 foregone, are you? It's a right nightmare down here. It's like a rabbit warren. It's just the first place after. Well, if you went straight on at the roundabout there instead of going left, it's first place. And it's just a state in the middle of nowhere that you might dump stuff. That bloke's dumping cannabis.
The driver of this vehicle's been dealt with before by the police for a variety of other things, so we've got photos of this driver, know what he looks like.
That's him. And I think I've got the mail. Fella, what's your name? What's your name? Just put your hands out for me. Stop there, turn round, turn round. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, behind your back. I'll explain in a minute, behind your back.
Hold on.
Behind your back.
My phone, I'm just putting it in my pocket, mate. What are you doing?
Right, at this time, okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of dangerous driving. Okay, and also driving while disqualified. Okay, so not to say anything but my own offence mentioned now. Sorry, something like crying court, and you do something in evidence. Okay, your arrest necessary for prompt and effective investigation, also to prevent your disappearance. Okay.
Sergeant Scott Riley arrives to assist.
I'll take that, thank you. Sit in there for me. Oh, actually, I'll search you first. Have you got anything you shouldn't have? Drugs, guns, knives? Nothing? You got him, Scott? Yeah. Just grab me, put some gloves on.
Do a test as well.
Yes. You stink of cannabis, pal. Have you been smoking cannabis? Have you been smoking cannabis?
No comment, mate.
But I've got reasonable suspicion to believe that you've been driving a motor vehicle dangerously.
Right.
Okay. So therefore, you're going to require to provide a sample of saliva at the roadside. Okay. Must warn you that failure to provide a sample is an offence. So if you say
You're not doing
I'm
it. Walking.
So listen to me. I'm not interested in what you've got to say. Listen to what I've got to say. Okay.
Right.
So if you fail to provide a sample, then you'll be arrested. Okay, for doing that. Okay. So are you willing to provide a sample of a sample of saliva for analysis?
Yeah.
You are. Lovely.
Yeah, but
Do you use cannabis? That's a yes then. Where's this pocket here? How are we getting to this?
no, but mate, if I'm not in the car, you can't really do anything.
Well, that's for the courts to decide, isn't it?
I've come out for a joint basically.
Where do you live?
Hey?
Where do you
I've
live?
been at my mate's house.
Who's your mate? So we can just clarify all this.
No, I don't need to say that. This is really tight. This one.
Yeah, no. Well, we'll sort it out, won't we?
I've just been I've been to my mate's house and I was just walking on the way back.
Well, if it's the case of mistaken identity.
Listen, I've literally just been smoking a joint right now. I'm allowed to do that, right?
Well, no, you're not.
I'm not allowed. No, but what I'm saying is, you can't arrest me if I'm just walking.
I can.
Well, you shouldn't be. If I'm walking,
yeah.
I don't understand what you've got.
Well, it'll all be sorted in for you, won't it? Right, sir. Have a seat in the back of there for me, please. So, I believe you've been driving a vehicle that's failed to stop the police and drive it dangerously at massively excessive speeds, okay?
Andy seizes the suspect's phone, wallet and keys.
Oh, yeah. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out. Side of your mouth, open it a bit wider. This one as well. And then tongue again. Sorted, thank you.
As Andy waits for the result, nearby, Alex and other officers locate the BMW.
The tyres have completely come off the wheels, so it looks like it's been a successful sting. And we've also just been told that PC Swift found the car key that we suspect belongs to this vehicle in the detained male.
He's kept the key in his pocket, which is a bizarre move. Not many people do that one. And try that key and lo and behold, it starts up with the X5M.
So it's a high likelihood he is the driver.
A search of the car
You found a load of money.
I found we've got 20 grand.
reveals a large amount of cash.
I think there's enough there to do some Section 18s on his address, isn't there?
It's probably one of the reasons why he didn't want to stop. There's not many people that carry around £20,000 in a plastic carrier bag.
A large amount of cash in the van and vehicle, Swifty.
Oh, you're further under arrest for possession of criminal property, okay? Or money laundering, it's also known, okay? So caution still stands. Oh, it failed for cannabis, so you're further under arrest for driving a motor vehicle outside the prescribed limit for a specified substance, namely cannabis. All right, custody we go.
While Andy takes the man into custody, Alex and other officers arrive at the suspect's address.
Hello there.
So if you've got a son,
Yeah.
we've currently got him in custody at the moment, okay?
Yes.
Because of the offences he's been arrested for, we have got a search warrant.
He's not living here, so why you want to send this house?
Because this is the address that he's given us as his home address. Apparently the keys for his shop are here also.
Yeah.
So which we're going to be taking those as well. We'll be searching that address.
Coming up,
There's loads in there.
a search of the shop
Thousands. Cash.
reveals even more cash.
5, 10, 20.
And an officer's instinct
We are seizing the car. You should be driving it, should you?
I'm in a public place right now.
uncovers yet another unlicensed driver.
And Oscar Tango 4-3. And if we've got another unit who can come and assist, we've got a male who's not very happy.
On the outskirts of Derby,
Going for it, mate, it's going for it. And a vehicle is failing to stop.
traffic cops Andy Swift
Speed is in excess of 150.
and Alex Head have been pursuing a disqualified driver
Stop there, turn round, turn round.
who was found with a large amount of cash in the back of his car.
Oh, it's failed for cannabis, so you're further under arrest for driving a motor vehicle outside the prescribed limit for cannabis.
That ended with a search of his house.
So we've just completed the search of named address of the guy which we've been arrested for the failed to stop on the M1 earlier on this evening.
We've not really come across anything.
But we've got another address. The shop is owned by him and his mum. I think the main aim will be to go down. We'll be wanting to have a look in the safe of the shop. There's obviously going to be cash for floats and things like that, but it's if there's excessive money in there, where's this money coming from? And it will be a case of seizing the money, and he'll have to prove it comes from a legitimate source. Oh, someone's... Okay. Do you have the keys for everything, including the safe?
Alex is shown a locked cupboard.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I find what you'd sort of expect for a shop, a float, a few £100, pound coins, notes, all that sort of thing. But then I notice underneath the other till there's another locked cupboard.
Do you have the key for this?
No.
Which they'd not even mentioned.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Could you just let me out, please? Well, I think the key's in the car.
But channel 9 in a Columbo. And I finally realised that he's got a key on his keys that we've seized.
It looks like the same one.
There's loads, isn't there?
Thousands.
Yeah. Do you know how much is there?
How much?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
And in there, probably about £60,000 or £70,000, which his parents said nothing about.
You're putting it all in one bag?
Yeah.
So that money is going to be coming with us, and he'll be interviewed about where it's all originated from. Because people who commit traffic offences are more likely to be involved in other types of criminality.
I have to read this out, all right, so it sounds all very...
As Andy checks the suspect into custody to be questioned,
Cash, monies.
Alex updates his sergeant, Scott Riley.
You won't get caught this way.
5, 10.
What if it had pulled over?
15. Me and Lucy said exactly the
We
same
wouldn't have
thing.
done this, would we?
20.
Take your top off, down to your base layer. Just whack.
So effectively we'll now split the cases. We've got all the evidence that we need for the driving.
Slip your shoes off for us.
Because he is such a risk of how he's driven today, the danger he's put himself in, danger he's put other road users in, and he continues to drive whilst disqualified, we will be putting an application in that he's remanded in police custody. He'll go straight to the courts tomorrow, and we will be asking the courts to send him to prison under remand so that he can't drive whilst disqualified. Whilst all that's happening, colleagues in the Financial Investigation Unit will be going to court to evidence and prove that that money is from criminal means. Once we can prove that, then we will go for an order where the state can keep that money.
He's saying that that money is from his takings from his shop, but it's a very, very small convenience store. I don't think many convenience stores have got liquid assets like that.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Disqualified, unlicensed and uninsured drivers are responsible for thousands of road traffic collisions every year.
Attention.
The car's just gone past us with showing no insurance. I've run it through. There's no keeper on it currently, so someone's using it as a trade vehicle. Oh, it's got no insurance.
Alex is near the end of another 12-hour shift, and his onboard computer has identified another possible illegal driver.
Hey, Paul. Yes, mate. Your vehicle's showing as having no insurance. Is it yours?
It's on trader's policy.
Ah, right, okay.
It's a trade plate.
Yeah.
Let me...
To be honest, I didn't see the trade plate to start with. You've not put one in the back?
I've not on it back.
Oh, it should be. Oh, no. Funny that.
It's funny. I don't know. I think it's on as well.
The driver believes the car is insured and checks his policy.
I can see you've got quite a few cars on there. You run to your car trading.
Yeah, it's not, is it?
No.
I don't know why it's not an insurance, to be honest.
Got to make sure
that you're adding them. I honestly thought it was on insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just taking it back down now, so I've got a guy who wants to come and buy it, and I genuinely thought it was on insurance.
Okay. Right.
Can I just add it? Or is it too late? Can I just add it now?
Right, I'll be honest with you. You're going to be getting a ticket. However, if you can add it, get it added now, and we're not going to seize it. So you can keep it. So you're going to be reported for the consideration of prosecuting you for the above offence, which is driving a vehicle on the road without third-party insurance. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm an offence. If you do not mention now something which you later line in court, anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand the... Yep. Just get a quick signature, squiggle in the box.
As the man has a licence and the car is now insured, he's free to get back on the road.
Thank you.
So let this guy go on his way. He's got a ticket. If you get caught driving a vehicle with no insurance, it's 6 points on your licence and a £300 fine. But he's got to keep his vehicle.
And Oscar Tango 43. Can I just pass you a quick VRM?
Before Alex heads back on patrol,
it's a white Audi Q5.
His suspicions are raised yet again.
Another vehicle's just pulled into the garage, and straight away he gets out. He's shouting something. It just makes me a bit suspicious about whether he's entitled to drive that vehicle.
I can stop any vehicle and I request the driver's details.
I swear
Okay.
to God,
And if you don't have any driving licence details, okay, then at this time, I don't know who you said you are.
I've come to drop off some chickens.
Okay, unless you've got any ID to prove it, okay, and your driving licence, this vehicle's going to get seized on the 165 of the road
Why
traffic
is it
code.
going to get seized? For what reason?
Because you've not got any ID.
Listen, the car's insured. I'm the driver. I'm legit.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
I'll provide you something. We could go to the Derby police station now. We're not
No.
ID,
Right,
and
okay.
I'll bring ID to them.
Okay, where's your phone? You got a phone? Where's your Facebook account? You bring that up and see what that says.
I've got Facebook and I'm not going to do all this for you.
Okay. Everybody's got, everybody's got, on their phone, they've got something, haven't they?
Yeah, but I don't need to. I've got private stuff. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not being arrested. I'm not thingy.
Okay.
Don't pay my thingy and I'm coming back.
All right, no worries.
When someone starts reacting like that, you know you're onto something.
I'm very well, thank you very much. Right now, I'm just going to be taking these.
I don't think he is who he says he is.
I will be asking him questions.
The insurance comes back to a female, but they're not outstanding, not wanted or anything.
Yes.
So it turns out that the person whose name he has given me is actually a female's name. It's not his.
Right. So we're not insured? No, cool, good to know.
A lot of people end up trying to give us false details. They give their brother's name or their friend's name or something like that, but we always end up finding out.
Can I just leave it parked here?
I'll park it up. Yeah, you get out anything you need, okay?
No, I'm going to get my wife to come pick it up.
No, it's getting seized on
Why is it getting
165.
seized? Is that
Why?
on the road? And
Mate, I've got the car key.
Why have you done that?
Because I've seized it, because you're not insured. Okay, you've been giving me the run around.
There's a large difference between somebody making an admin error
NA Tango 43
and somebody who just thinks, yeah, I'll just take this car out and drive it uninsured, and they know they're not insured and they just don't care.
Get my wife to come pick the car
No,
up.
it's getting seized. I've got it.
And
Seized.
Pay for what?
Seized.
For you to take it for an hour so I can pay to get it back to make money off me. How much is it to take it out?
I think it's about 180 quid.
180 quid.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay that? No, you're not.
No.
So how are you making money off me? You're
I'm not making money.
Are you dumb? So how does that even make sense?
And the Oscar Tango 43. Can I get a 165 seizure, please? I'm at the BP garage, and if we've got another unit who can come and assist, I've got a male who's not very happy.
We don't issue tickets out to make money. When we seize a vehicle, any fees don't come to us. That's purely just to the recovery garage.
Right, fella.
What?
You got some ID? Because
I'm gonna need
to give you a ticket, okay?
Ticket for what?
Driving without insurance and potentially, I don't know if you got a licence. Okay. The other option is we get you arrested.
Arrested for what?
Driving without a vehicle with no insurance and no licence because you can't prove who you are.
What? Yeah, I'm at the petrol station. I'm not getting out. You get a lift here now and come and get the car.
And we are seizing the car.
Okay.
Okay, so it's best not you tell your wife to come, okay, because we are going to seize the car, so we're going to be taking it off you, okay?
Is my wife can take it back?
No, we're going to be taking the vehicle.
But why are you going to charge me 180 quid to take it? Why?
You shouldn't be driving it, should you?
I'm in a public place right now inside a car park, mate. How can you not do that? Robbers, I swear to God.
What do you mean robbers?
Take the car to get picked up tomorrow, paying 180 quid for the night.
You shouldn't be driving it.
What do you mean shouldn't be driving?
We shouldn't be driving it, should you? N8 Tango 43. Can I pass you details of this male I've got stopped?
Yeah, pass details.
If you can try and find him on DL, that'd be much appreciated.
Getting no trace nominal or DL with those details.
We can't find your driving licence details. So have you got a licence?
You know what? I'm not giving you nothing. I gave you details. You look for it.
If I can't prove who you are...
What do you mean you can't prove who I am? I'm giving you my details. What do you think? I'm going to give you some random details, am I? Stress me out enough as it is.
Why is this all my fault when you're the one who's driving?
No, hang on. No, wait. When I get the insured person to come and take the car.
N8, could you just possibly run this guy through PNC as well, please?
This male is known to us on Niche. There is a mark for a firearm.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. The firearms marker. Can you tell me how old that is, please? He's got a lot of warning markers. He's been in and out of prison. He's got multiple offences for serious assaults.
Backup arrives.
Right. Because I can't find your driving licence, okay? You're going to be reported for consideration of the question of prosecuting you for the above offences, which are driving without third-party insurance, and also driving on a road and otherwise in accordance with a licence, okay? So you do not have to say anything, but it may harm an offence if you do not mention now something which later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand those two offences? Yeah? Are you willing to sign? No? Okay. Recovery's just rocked up. Okay, do you want to get anything you need out of the car? Yeah? All right. Thank you for coming. So the vehicle's been recovered, 165 for no insurance. I don't think he's got a licence. He's now got to prove he has. Done all the searches we can to try and find his licence. We've asked him to provide details of his licence, he couldn't do it. So now it's a case of the actual owner of the vehicle, I'll have to go and collect it. It won't be him though, because he's not insured. And as I say, I don't think he's got a licence. So hopefully he won't be driving again.
Coming up.
Do you live here?
Oh no.
Why have you parked on load around?
Not too sure.
Yeah, exactly right.
The crackdown on illegal drivers continues.
I'd hazard a guess and say it's because you're a provisional licence holder.
And a speeding van
Methinks this isn't going to stop. I don't think this one's going to stop.
reveals more than expected.
It would seem that the chap driving has put a set of number plates on from another vehicle to try and hide the fact that he's disqualified from driving for previous offences. Why did you take him over there? What had he done?
Traffic cop Andy Swift and a colleague are running speed checks.
Oh, he's turning off. He's turning off.
Who was he? Are you going?
Heading towards them, a black BMW makes a suspicious manoeuvre. As they go after the vehicle,
NA from Oscar Tango 47, trying to intercept it.
It turns off the road and into a driveway.
We can't tell who was driving when this vehicle is pulled onto a driveway, because it's pulled on quite a way down the road. But he's not done the best job of trying to get away.
As Andy runs a check on the car, the suspect driver's apprehended.
NA Oscar Tango 47. We've just had a car do a bit of a make-off, but we've located it. He's just randomly left it on here and then done one, but we've detained him.
Do you live here?
No.
Why have you parked on load around?
Not too sure.
Yeah, exactly right.
Have you got some keys for it? Because if not, we might have to damage it to get inside it.
No, because the person ran off.
So we're gonna have to damage it to get inside
Listen.
it. Is it your car?
No, I wasn't driving it.
No, that's not the question. Is it your car?
No.
No.
It's the barb. I just come from the barber shop. We're gonna go get something to eat. go get some.
Mate, listen to me now. Listen to me now.
Go check
What's
that
the
right now.
reason it's been dumped on the driveway?
I'd hazard a guess and say it's because you're a provisional licence holder.
Maybe the driver.
Is it because you're a provisional licence?
Mate, the car's going to be seized and you're going to be reported for driving otherwise in accordance with your licence excess speed.
The young man is a learner driver, but claims he was a passenger.
NAS Tango 47. Can I have a 165 recovery, please, for this vehicle? The one that I mentioned. We've got a no licence, no insurance, we believe. This gentleman's been speeding towards my colleague, and I don't think he's wanted to be caught. So what he's done is he's dumped it on some random person's drive, which is not here, and nothing to do with this person. And then he's had a bit of a run up the road, I think, because by all accounts, from checking out this chap, he's got a provisional licence, so obviously shouldn't be driving it. So it'll be coming with us.
As they wait for recovery, 2 more young men turn up.
Gentlemen, all right?
Oh, yeah.
My little brother.
It's your little brother? You see?
Ring him.
Well, as long as whoever was driving the car comes back, there'll be no issues.
So what happened?
Doesn't matter, does it? He's 18. He doesn't need to tell you.
Yeah, I know that. He's just got a family wedding today, so.
Well, he ain't going to no wedding, is he?
Yeah, I know.
So someone's going to be very upset with him for missing the wedding.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. So, obviously, if whoever was driving the car at the time just appears back, then we'll have no issues.
I don't know who was it. I don't know whose car that is.
No. Very well then, gentlemen. Nothing further for you if you don't want to hang around. Unfortunately, your brother's declined to help you.
Despite his claims he was the passenger, the young man receives a ticket for driving without a licence and insurance.
Still arguing the point now about it, but unfortunately, I'm afraid it's gone. Because you can't just go parking on people's driveways either, so there we are.
See you, officer.
Have a good day.
One of the most common ways illegal drivers disguise being on the roads is using cloned registrations.
Attention.
To combat this, officers like Andy Swift rely on intelligence linked to police cameras.
Vehicle's just hit up. NAS Tango 47.
Go ahead.
Should run us a vehicle through for an ANPR it, please.
Andy's onboard computer has triggered an alert on a suspicious van.
It's that one I told you about earlier, Swifty.
Is it now? Received. There's a van that's been knocking around Derby for 3 or 4 days. It's been identified as a clone vehicle, so it's displaying number plates from another vehicle.
I'm sure it's got ladders on top if that helps, Swifty. It was picked up on camera.
If it goes northbound, mate, you can join me out northbound motorway and I'll go in front with a follow me and you can sit behind it, mate, and we'll try and take it off somewhere, see what happens.
Yes, we'll keep you updated as to where we are.
Yes, mate. And for information, speed 100, lane 4. Methinks this isn't going to stop. I don't think this one's going to stop. Very few clone vehicles ever stop. Vehicle moves to lane 1. Usually because I would say a good proportion of them are stolen. And they know it's a stolen vehicle when they're driving it around, usually to commit further criminality. Anyway, it's off, off, off. I'm going to illuminate this vehicle now before we get to the end of the slip.
As the van slows down, Andy moves in for a stop.
Sometimes people have a moment of clarity and they just think, you know what, I'm just going to pull over, it's not worth the hassle.
Hey, vehicle stopped at the roadside. Hello, you alright? Lovely. And,
Take a 470 to your feet last.
yeah, I've got one male detained in cuffs. So, obviously, I've initially stopped you because you're manually driving on the motorway. You're over 110 miles an hour on the motorway. Okay, also, we believe this vehicle is not what it is, and we believe it's actually potentially a clone stolen vehicle. Yes, so if it is, and I hope it's not, for your sakes, if it is, you'll be coming with us. Alright. And then Tango 47. The vehicle VIN number on the front's been covered up, and the one at the side's been tried to be ripped off. However, they've not done a very good job. There's still some left. Would you be able to just give us the full VIN? I'll try and work out from what's left here.
Most vehicles we deal with that are cloned, they're very rudimentary clones. They'll just be a set of number plates that have been stuck on another vehicle. So you can go and check the VIN plate, the vehicle identification number, and the VIN plate will come back to a different registration number.
Are you both known to police?
I am, yeah.
Are you known, chap? What for? Well, what, driving offences, nicking, assaults? Have you got a licence?
No.
Disqualified?
Yeah.
I thought as much.
Can I have a cigarette?
Not at the moment. You potentially can, yeah, but not at the moment you can't. All right. If it's not stolen, if it's just a case of that it's just been on false plates, then we'll deal with it at the roadside, depending on how long you'll be able to go. You will. Depending on how many times you've been locked up for disco driving. Is it your van or is it someone else's van?
Someone else's van.
All right. Because the issue we've got is that obviously we need to find out who it is, and we want to make sure that you two boys haven't stole that van from them.
No, I haven't stolen nothing.
All right.
Like, generally, I guess it's news to me. It's on false plates,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
All right. So who's your friend that you've had it off then?
I don't know his second name off the top of my head.
Or what's your relationship to him then, if that makes sense? A friend. Don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
I know my friend's surnames, but you don't know your friend's
I've
surname.
known him for about the last 6 months.
You've known him for 6 months, you don't know his surname.
Give or take, yeah.
And how'd you contact him?
Me, through my phone, but my phone's dead.
Your phone, all right. Okay. Because you can help us out, and we can sort it out here, or we can go around in circles, and we can take you to the station. Pardon, sorry?
I'm being I generally am.
Yeah, okay.
Figure 47 still received.
Yeah, easy. You go on.
No reports on the vehicle.
Not nicked. Sweet.
Yeah, your male is a non-licence holder. Also shown disqualified until the 20th of August 26.
Magic, we just check on his PNC record as to when he was last dealt with for disqualified driving and how many times he's been dealt with for it.
His last appearance at the magistrates appears to have been 2020.
Yeah, received, thank you. Not been dealt with since 2020, mate, apart from in the summer, so 3 years between his last one, so...
Foxtrot 5-2 received.
Report to me and send him on his way, I think, shall we?
Right,
Yeah, come and stand on this side so you don't get run over, all right? Right, so you're going to be cautious. You don't have to say anything, but it may on defence not mention when questioned. Some fair time to do semi-evidence. You're going to be reported for consideration of prosecuting offence driving a motor vehicle whilst disqualified from driving, and also for driving without valid third-party insurance. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take these plates off, and then once you go, you'll be able to go very shortly from that. It is a clone van. It's not stolen. It would seem that the chap driving has put a set of number plates on from another vehicle to try and hide the fact that he's not got a licence or insurance. He's actually disqualified from driving for previous offences. So he's just trying to hide that fact. Obviously out and about working, he's a scaffolder looking at what's in the back, but still doesn't take away from the fact that he shouldn't be driving, someone else should be. Don't drive, mate. So, all in all, not a bad result. Gets another vehicle off the road, and obviously, hopefully he'll get his just desserts at court.
Coming up,
Listen!
If you're taking my car, I am.
a routine stop escalates
No, I'm not, because I've got enough on.
when the cops pull over another uninsured driver.
Hold your nerves. Come on, Mr. Bin Lorry. And 8 Tango 40.
Traffic cop Jack Pressland is at the start of a day shift looking for an uninsured driver.
Just tell me what vehicle I'm looking for.
Information's been passed that a regular uninsured driver will be out and about in Derby today.
Thank you.
They've activated ANPR cameras coming back towards the home address,
It's 9:05. They could still be doing the school run.
so we'll make our way there and see what we can find.
As Jack spots the vehicle, it pulls over.
It's parked up. Hey up, Duck. Just have a quick chat. Your car's showing no insurance. Okay, so that's fine. Have you got any insurance?
My insurance is going through.
It's going through, right?
3 days ago, I got a letter stating that my insurance is under investigation.
Okay, I'll give you them back. 2 seconds. Let me do some digging. If we can't prove that you've got insurance again, with everything that you're telling me, your car's going to be seized, isn't it?
I don't care.
Just chill.
No, I'm not, because I've got enough on.
What driving licence you got up?
UK full.
Full UK. You got your driving licence on you? Your picture card?
I haven't got the picture card on me. It's with DVLA for change of address.
Right. Yeah. Struggling to find driving licence at the minute, that's all. That's it, I found it. Middle name of, yeah, got you. Yeah. So, your insurance, obviously, can you prove to me you've got insurance?
If I could charge my phone's going
Right.
to honestly, I swear to you.
Let me find out when it was last insured. An 8 Tango 40. When was this vehicle last insured, please? So it's not been insured since July.
This hasn't been insured since July.
Apparently.
Well, yeah, it has, because I brought...
Well, who's the insurance company?
I can't remember the name. This is what I'm telling you.
Chill.
No, I won't chill. I want to go home to my little
Well, we're not
girl.
going to get to the bottom of it until you chill.
You know what? I wish I'd never pulled in.
And then you'd have been in trouble a lot more, wouldn't you?
You didn't even flash to pull in. I pulled in voluntary, actually.
Yeah, and if you'd have failed to stop, then you'd have got done even further, wouldn't you?
I just want to go home. I've been up all night, throwing my guts up. I've been sick at school. I want to get home.
That's fine. Right, we'll crack on. What I'm going to do... Okay, what I'm going to do, because we can't prove it at roadside, I'm going to seize your vehicle, just what you've previously told me, and you'll be issued a ticket. You're not going nowhere.
I want to go home.
Listen, listen.
If you're taking my car, I
am taking your car, right?
Take it then and get to my 3-year-old little girl.
You can go to your 3-year-old little girl in 2 minutes when you get a ticket. If not, I'll lock you up and you'll spend another couple hours in custody.
I don't care at this moment.
Right? Wait 5 minutes.
I want to go home.
You're going home in 2 minutes if you hold your nerves.
And get to my daughter.
You're not understanding that as soon as I do this and you're making it more and more awkward.
I pulled in voluntary without even flashing your lights or anything, and I got out the car.
Yeah, well, why is that?
Because to go in my boot,
Right.
actually. I could have got straight back in and flown off.
I think I'd have caught you.
When people get angry at us, you've just got to stay calm, and the onus is on the driver to prove to us that they've got insurance and a licence. We've got the technology now to do further checks. If I've got reasonable suspicion that you're uninsured, not got a licence, your vehicle's coming with me and you're getting a ticket.
Right, you're going to be reported for the consideration of prosecuting you for driving without valid third-party insurance. You'll be reported for summons for that offence. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You're not mentioned now, something which later on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
My opinion is everybody's got to pay insurance.
Right, you can get whatever property you want out the car. Your car's going to be obviously seized.
Otherwise, my premiums go up, my family's do, and so does everyone else's.
Have a good day. Can't please everyone, can you? So there you see, very happy customer who's not got valid insurance. So her car's going to be seized, she's been issued a ticket and she'll have a day in court. Nobody likes the car being took off them, so people get more aggressive, think if they throw a paddy then they'll get away with it, but unfortunately would bite their tongues and get on with a job.
Every 20 minutes, someone in the UK is involved in a collision with an uninsured driver.
They just pose a huge risk to the public. They don't care about the safety of other people. They don't care if they have crashed into somebody.
So the message needs to be sent that obviously isn't acceptable.
And there's a massive correlation between people who drive without either a licence or insurance and criminality, whether that be drugs, burglaries, shop thefts.
So I don't take sympathy for people who carry on driving whilst they're disqualified. Our job is to take them off the roads, and if they carry on doing it, we'll send them to prison.
In this episode,
it is pulling away from me still, and I'm at 158 miles per hour.
The man who failed to stop for police and was found with large amounts of cash pleaded guilty at court to dangerous driving, driving whilst disqualified and uninsured, failing to stop, and possession of cannabis. He received an 8-month prison sentence and a 22-month driving ban. No action was brought against the man for any money laundering offences.
She thought it was uninsured.
Yeah.
The driver who failed to update his trader's insurance policy was reported for driving without insurance.
So we're not insured? No, cool, good to know. Right.
The man who gave a false name was charged with driving without insurance and for driving otherwise in accordance with a licence, and received 8 points on his licence.
I wasn't driving.
No, that's not a question. Is it your car? No.
No action was taken against the young man suspected of driving without a licence and insurance at excess speed, due to the officers not being able to disprove his claim that he was the passenger.
Generally, I guess his move to me was on false plates, to be honest with you.
The driver of the cloned van was charged with driving whilst disqualified and driving without insurance. He failed to appear at court and a warrant has been issued for his arrest.
Can you prove to me you've got insurance?
If I could try.
And the woman who had her car seized was charged with driving without insurance and was banned from driving for 6 months and received a £660 fine. And fined pounds.
Damage, damage.
No unit! Stay still!
Derbyshire traffic cops.
It does have warning markers for potential firearms.
Turn over! You're under arrest. Intent to supply Class A drug.
Police 1,000 square miles.
It's a crash. You got any other injury other than your head?
With some of the UK's most dangerous roads.
How nobody's been killed out of this, I don't know.
Do you know how fast you were going?
It's scary when stuff like this happens.
In life and death situations.
Get on the ground, you'll be tasered!
We've got runners.
Face down!
Yes, successful sting.
Around every corner.
Great acting, mate.
1, 2, 3.
There's a new challenge for the traffic cops.
Step out of the vehicle now! I'm going
Stay
home.
there.
Stop grabbing me like that.
Crash.
Coming up.
It's a bit of a mess here, mate. Gonna need EMAS, matter of urgency, please.
Bad crashes.
2 children, one in this one and one in this one.
Causing chaos.
Bit of carnage at the minute, but we're working through it.
Hello, mate, you all right?
And distracted drivers.
This is very precarious.
Putting lives on the line.
Just come away from bus just in case it moves. All the passengers against that fence, please.
Bus Tango 23, free for an RTC M1 northbound.
Each year, Derbyshire emergency services are called to hundreds of crashes.
Oscar Tango 22, we've got a report of a 2-vehicle RTC. Injuries are reported, EMAS are travelling. If you need your response, mate.
Most are caused by driver error.
RTC near to Burton appears to be an 8-car pilot.
Being a traffic cop, you are going to see bad things. You are going to see destruction and, in the worst sense, death. And I've seen some pretty horrendous scenes.
Traffic units now can make their way, please, to reports of an RTC. 01, I'm finding unit.
1 vehicle's overturned, person trapped. Vehicle details at this time are unknown.
1 Golf's going, and I'll put all the Zulu units on it. Received ops unit attending, can you shout up your call sign?
Foxtrot 5-3.
Tango 25.
Traffic cop PC Nick Rice is en route to a serious crash on one of Derby's busiest roads.
Day in, day out, we deal with collisions. What we do as traffic cops, whether they are serious or minor, we deal with them. Sometimes things can get reported to us and they're not quite as bad as they sound. Sometimes things are worse. We're going to need fire as well. Vehicles on its side, pretty dodgy position. Not against the driver at all. You find out what you're dealing with when you arrive on scene. Keep Barman State 6. Yeah, 24. two in here, Nick. Yeah. There's two children. Both one's here, one's here. Okay. Yeah, no, we need EMAS. It's a matter of urgency, please. Got two people trapped. One vehicle is partly on its side. It's on top of another vehicle. I've got one casualty in a van. Yes, driver of that one trapped. Stand by. The third one is one female in that. She's not trapped, but she is still in the vehicle. And A Tango 25. It's a bit of a mess here, mate. Going to need 2 more traffic units if possible. There are local units here.
What's it? My truck don't keep warm. Come on.
Where's your Mary?
Just here on this lorry. Don't worry about your car.
No, don't worry.
All right.
Are you going to be able to get over there, man?
Don't worry about the car. You're out.
No, I don't.
That's the main thing, isn't it? All right.
Oh.
There's 2 children in these 2 cars that we need to check. One in this one and one in this one. Yeah, they've been in this car.
Some passers-by have rescued 2 children from the pickup truck.
Came around the corner and we noticed that the barrier was dented and we saw that a car had gone over, so we stopped to see if we could help. There were 2 adults in the front and 2 kiddies in the back. Obviously the kids were very, very scared, so we got the kids out the car and then put them in a safe, warm and dry space and then went back in to see if the grown-ups were okay.
The ultimate priority is life and limb before any investigation.
It's going to be quite a scar you could go.
With not being first on scene, people are already being tended to. So the next priority comes to safety. Is everything as safe as it can be at that time? And then speaking to people to try and figure out what's happened and how it's happened.
Oh yeah, been better.
Oh, better days.
Yeah. They should be all right there, mate. You're in this one, aren't you? Yeah. What's happened, mate?
Literally just come flying up here.
Oh, he's come over the barrier?
Yeah, I'm coming to see it.
Oh, I can see now, yeah.
Usually, when people are involved in collisions, it's an incident which they're not used to. The body's natural reaction to an incident is to pump it full of adrenaline, and that's got to come down at some point, and that release can affect people in different ways. People are upset, it comes out in emotions or tears or anger or whatever it is.
Do we know where she is? Ah, she's here.
Nick also talks to the driver of a Ford Fiesta caught up in the collision.
Hello. You've had better mornings, haven't you? How are you?
Bit shaky, but I'm all right.
Yeah? Are you injured at all? No? Are you able to tell me briefly what's happened? What you remember?
I was just driving up here and the car just flew over. Literally flew over. I didn't see it lose control, so I didn't have any warning. And literally I saw it take off and on the roof.
Okay. Have you got any dash cam or anything? No, you haven't. Okay, no worries. I'll get a few details. Cool. The Nissan Navara appears to have been travelling from roundabout direction. It's come round up the bend into Derby and appears to have lost it on the bend. It then gone towards the central reservation, gone over the central res and into oncoming traffic. So it's a crossover in theory. Bit of a crazy one, to be honest, something I've never seen. He's hit this one on its roof and he's basically landed as is on top of that van. Quite a serious collision. We've got Helimed en route and we've also got casualties down there, so it's a bit of carnage at the minute, but we're working through it. How are we doing?
Right, hey mate, they've done a helicopter on it.
Okay,
so
down here.
Down there more than likely.
Yeah, no
they'll work it out when they get here.
Yeah.
4 more DCAs come in, and I've got a heart team because we've got lots of resources.
Cool, alright.
It's a very stressful situation to be in. There's a lot happening, a lot going off. All emergency services are on scene and everybody's doing their roles. Medical teams are looking after the patients. Fire crews are making vehicles safe. Obviously we're doing our part, but it is a hectic situation to be in, and it's not a nice thing to be dealing with when there's children involved.
And A Tango 25. Our heart team has just gone stage 6 and Helimed as well. That is confirmed.
Traffic cop Sergeant Adam Shipley arrives on the scene.
That's the female passenger out of this one. There's two in that one. There were children in that one as well. I've got no details from them at the minute, obviously. They're cutting driver out now. I think they're a bit concerned about driver. And female from this one, she's just a bit shook up, no injuries. What about the one behind? The guy sat on the edge there with the head wound. He's out of that. I've got all his details. I think he's just waiting to be seen by somebody, but obviously the priority at the minute is these.
I realised he was crossed over.
Well, I didn't until I started talking to people. I didn't see all this. Driver is out. Responding to pain. He's on his way to QMC now. They have strapped him to a spinal board.
The driver of the van crushed by the pickup has escaped without serious injury.
Tell you what, he is incredibly lucky. You just look at the mechanics of it all. You don't expect, when you're just driving along another vehicle, to just shoot across a carriageway and land on your bonnet, do you? I mean, it's credit to how well vehicles are built nowadays. Something that heavy coming at speed lands on your bonnet and you manage to walk out. It's remarkable, really. All patients are off to hospital. We've got officers going to hospital to do procedures with them and speak to them about what's happened. Regards the scene now and what we do, we've got a collision investigation unit. They're going to take all photographs and map the area and provide a sketch of and an overview of what's happened and how it's led to this. We don't wholly know what the outcome of the injuries are going to be, so if it is going to be life-threatening or changing, we'll need all that information if we're looking at a prosecution going forward.
Crash investigator Mick Street is hoping that some of the information has been recorded within the Navara itself.
There's potential we can download data from the car, from the airbag module, which will give us 5 seconds of data from before the airbags are deployed. So that'll potentially give us speed, position, steering inputs and things like that, whether the seatbelts are being worn. He's obviously lost it some way up there and potentially been upside down when he's hit the red Fiesta and then rolled back again on top of the van. It's likely to be speed. That's not to say that a defect with the vehicle could cause that, but from experience it's more than likely speed that's caused it.
Quite a few of the parts have got like Navara scribbled on, haven't they? And it's no keeper. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a clone, to be honest.
Examining the truck, Adam and the crash investigators spot something irregular.
On the front of the vehicle, you can see basically somebody's written in yellow pen, Navara. So those parts obviously been replaced, like a scrap yard or a breaker's yard, as is the inner of the wheel arch. So all in all, it looks like it's had a front end impact before, and they've had to have certain parts replaced. So it's going to need a bit more investigation to make sure it is genuine vehicle and not stolen. They've not basically gone to a chop shop and put various parts of stolen ones and damaged ones together to make another vehicle. According to DVLA records, it's in trade. There's no registered owner for it. With that and the fact it's got this written on them, needs a little bit more investigation.
The vehicle will be forensically examined, and with the driver suffering potentially life-changing injuries, there will also be a formal investigation.
It's early days, but he's obviously got some questions to answer for that carnage to have happened, so we just need to get to the bottom of what it is and how it's happened.
Sometimes you're not always going to get the answers that you want. Personally, don't feel that the whole truth will ever come out in this one.
You see how close he is on that bank?
Coming up, professional drivers making mistakes at work.
This lorry is right on the edge. It's twitchy bum time, this one.
All the passengers of the bus.
Putting their lives
Not epileptic, nothing like that.
and others at risk.
NA Oscar Tango 23. Ambulance. It's run into a police car.
got any traffic units now can make the way, please, to reports of an RTC on the bridge.
NA, can you relay? There's no more updates or information.
Traffic cop PC Rich Morris is being dispatched to a crash on a busy rural road near the Staffordshire border.
1:30 on a Tuesday morning, and we've just had a report of a lorry which has gone through a bridge over the River Dove. It's hanging over the edge, driver's trapped. So we're going to go and see what's happening. I find it bizarre, it's a straight bit of road there, so I don't really know what's going on. Hello mate, you alright? NA Tango 10. Yeah, this lorry, front wheels are hanging over into the river. Driver is still in the cab. He's alright, we're talking to him now, but can we get an ETA for fire service, please? This is, it's very precarious. You have to question how the hell that's happened. The driver can't get out of his cab because he's over the water. The trailer is keeping it from going into the river. If that cab had gone a little bit further, it would have gone down into the river and the trailer would have followed it and it would have crushed that cab under the water. And that driver, he'd have drowned in his cab. There's no doubt about that. I've never quite seen one like that before. Well, you've done it in style, haven't you? Yeah, I've got fire service coming out. They've got some right kit. I've got nothing. I've got some cones in my boot. That's about it, but I don't think they're going to help us at the moment, are they? NA Tango 10. Just sort of preempting it, we are going to need heavy recovery. I'm just going to find out if he's loaded or not. I think he probably will be, because I can hear his chillers running. What weight you got?
By the way, it's not heavy, it's only salads.
It's just salad.
It's salad.
Yeah, obviously it's a heavy. It's got a full-size trailer on. It's full of salad stuff, so it's not going to be running at 44, but it's still obviously going to have significant weight. Where the river is, the trailer is right on the edge of the banking, so fire service are going to need to initially secure it, and then we've got to try and get it dragged out as well. It's pretty dangerous, to be honest. If you look right down there, you've got the River Dove. This lorry is right on the edge. I don't know how it's not gone over, to be honest. River's quite deep there as well, quite fast flowing, so it'll be a difficult extraction, this one.
Several fire crews arrived to rescue the driver from his cab.
Yeah, 2-4, fire state 6. I've got fire service here now, mate. What they'll do, they'll get this secure so it can't go off, and then they'll get you out, all right? What's your name? Right. Hey up, mate. In a bit of a tricky position at the moment.
Just him.
Nobody else in the cab.
Can you just make sure he stays there?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's at fire service. Do their magic now. You don't see many like this, do you? You see how close he is on that bank? I think if it were full 44 ton, I reckon that banking would have gone and it would have pushed him over. Driver's got his head in his hands, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy being in his position. Fire service have got to secure it first, get him out. Then we've got to work out how we're going to extract this vehicle from here.
Traffic cop PC Paul Barker joins Rich.
You're going to have to inform the highways to get a structural engineer out for the bridge as well. Environment Agency might need to be told because his fuel tank is right on the edge and it might rupture when it's pulled off.
The fire crew secures the truck to prevent it slipping into the river.
Where the back window would be, they're going to open all that back up, like, if you like, a tin opener. They're going to cut that back open and extract the driver through that. It's definitely an interesting one. Logistically, it's difficult, and yeah, it's twitchy bum time, this one. You've got plenty of paramedics and ambulance staff if something does go wrong. It's important when we've got a major incident like this that everybody knows their role.
Okay, right.
Yeah, fine. Smashed it, lad.
Step down, there you go. Take a couple of steps. Right. Can you hold the driver there now while we sort out his line?
You're right. Yeah, I think that's it. If you come over here, can you support him the other side? Duck down under there.
Mate. Nice one.
Can you support him there?
Yeah. Oh, it's an ordeal, wasn't it?
Cheers, mate.
Paul needs to establish how the lorry came off the road.
So, tell me what happened.
Carefully. The other way, the main beam on. Obviously dazzled. Before I knew it, the bend were there, and I'm gone.
All right.
I was just coming down the road, dazzled, lost sight. Before I knew it, the bridge was on me, and that were it. A couple of expletives out of my mouth, and then I was straight into the wall. And when it went over the edge, I thought, that's it. But thankfully, I'm here. Just when you see nothing and then you're hanging over the edge, you know there's a drop. There's got to be. Looking at it now, I feel as though I've just won the lottery. That were nearly curtains.
I'm going to sit on here for a bit of warmth.
Go and get checked out with them, mate. We've got a couple of things we need to do with you as well. Yeah. And but the main thing is make sure that you're safe and well before we get on.
All your stuff's just there, pal. All right. Was it? Did I hear? Yeah. What we'll do, mate, obviously a lot to take in and a lot's happened. We'll just do a quick set of checks for you, mate, okay? No.
Just take hold of that G for us. It's blown 0. The only thing I've got to set you now, we stand reported for the question to be considered prosecute you for careless driving. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention now something which later on in the court anything you do say may give evidence. Right. Have you got any questions?
I just feel lucky to be alive.
Yeah. He's gone too fast round the bend, basically, and he's lost it. It has shook him up, but hopefully he'll learn from it. He's been reported for careless driving because nobody else has gone over the edge tonight, so there isn't any reason why he shouldn't have got negotiated that bend.
The majority of crashes aren't caused by deliberate dangerous driving.
There's always a reason for a collision. Very rarely is it a mechanical defect. It's normally somebody not paying attention, their mind's on the holiday they've got booked. They're thinking about that and they're not thinking about what they should be doing. And through just a lapse in concentration, they've ended up in a collision that could change their life.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Cheers. If you feel like your attention's going, I think you need to be taking a break, go into a lay-by services, have a little nap or whatever. But you definitely shouldn't be driving if your concentration's wandering, and you need to be switched on all the time. It's just not worth it.
The road will remain closed until the lorry's retrieved from the bridge.
We'll get the bridge safe so that it can be used, get the road open again, because this is a busy road, so it needs to be open again, and it takes as long as it takes.
Coming up.
Pivoting on the front end.
A bus driver losing control.
Definitely looks like driver error on this one.
An ambulance crash.
I think the handbrake's gone on it.
And a high-speed collision.
It's been rear-ended by this one here who's failed to see it.
We've had a report of an RTC. Ambulance are travelling. We've got an Oscar Tango unit, please. State 2, Chesterfield, acknowledge.
So we've got a report of an RTC. A bus has left the road and gone into a field with 20 passengers on.
Traffic cop PC Craig Dawes has been dispatched to the Chesterfield area to manage the scene.
If you've got a bus in the field, we don't know what state people's in, any injuries, who's on the bus, women, children, elderly, we're just not sure yet.
Crashes with buses are quite rare. We get little scuffs or clipped wing mirrors that get reported, but to actually go to a proper collision involving a bus is very, very rare.
2-3, I'm just trying to locate it.
People are going to get thrown around, so the last thing you want to be doing is going to a crash involving a bus.
2-3, State 6 with this bus now.
Oh, just down there.
There's just one injury.
Yep.
Right up there.
Local police have arrived ahead of Craig.
Is she diabetic or anything like that?
No.
She's not epileptic, nothing like that.
LA from 2-3. We've got one injured so far. All the passengers are off. We will need fire just to secure it. Just come away from bus for us, just in case anything happens or it moves. Power and everything's cut off, is it, at bus? Fuel and everything's gone. All the passengers of the bus. Can I get all the passengers against that fence so we know who's on it, please? Yeah, we called fire. Single decker. Everything's been cut off, so there's nothing leaking. And it's gone through an edge, but it's pivoting on the front end with its back end. It does look stable, but I want it double checked.
My first thoughts is when I arrive is, you know, obviously buses don't have seat belts, so I'm going to have quite a few injured people here. But you've got minor bruising, cuts, abrasions and things like that. But when you look at the bigger picture, I was lucky that nobody's seriously injured.
The female we've got on the floor, we believe, is more panicked and shocked rather than any injury.
You've got elderly people, you've got children. It must have been absolutely terrifying.
Can I just get you just to go back to the fence for us? I just don't want anything rolling or moving or dropping on. Yeah, nice one. What I want you to do after is you go around each individual passenger, just get them to tell you the details on the body cam. Yeah. Don't go writing them down at this point because it'll just take too long. Address and phone number.
Yeah, we've got loads more cops coming as well.
Yeah, right, no problem. NA from 2-3. As there's no serious injuries at this point, can we get heavy recovery rolling, please, for this bus? And it is going to need a mechanical exam as well. Are you doing all right? What we're doing now, we've got fire. They're going to secure the bus and make sure that's all right. We're making sure that the road's secure. And it's just really making sure that nobody walks around, making sure that the driver's okay, getting his account and so on. At the moment, we've got one female that appears to be in shock, a few walking wounded, but nothing pressing.
As Craig briefs paramedics,
oh no.
There's another collision.
NA Oscar Tango 2-3. Ambulance possibly not left their handbrake on and it's run into a police car.
Is it on? Put it into park. The police car was unattended and so was the ambulance, unfortunately. Do you want to reverse it back?
It's rolling, so that's stopping.
Is it still rolling, is it?
Yeah.
Is it automatic?
Yeah.
So it should be in park?
Yeah. It's been right near the top ratchet.
Once you've reversed it back, keep your foot on brake. Fire are going to put them blocks under. Then we can test the handbrake as well.
Said it's on the top, I was like, it's still rolling a little bit. Feel it.
Yeah, it is, right up. It weren't in park.
Put it in and it's still rolled.
Like, that's rolling now, look, because it's in, that's with the handbrake on. So the handbrake's knackered, but once it's in park is holding it. The handbrake's no good on it. I'll give you that, it's right up and it clicks. LA from 2-3. The handbrake in the ambulance is defect. It's all the way up and it goes past. When the vehicle is in park, it does hold it, so I think they've got out quickly, left it in neutral, put the handbrake on, and obviously it's rolled. She's turned up. Doesn't look like they put it in park, which, you know, you jump out, you put the handbrake on in a vehicle. You know, her first priority and thoughts are the patient. You know, she's come here to treat somebody. Luckily, it's travelled a short distance and ran into the police car. You know, the last thing we wanted is travelling a great distance, hitting a member of public, or, you know, going into the bus and tipping the bus over, because pretty much where it was aiming, that would have been what would have happened. You've just got to have your wits about you all the time when you're at a scene. You know, it's not just what you're dealing with, it's things that's gone off around you. You know, you've got to constantly be aware of what could happen. We'll knock you off for dangerous driving. I'm joking.
Do you know what? Honestly, what a way to start with that.
Right, we can get back to the original one now. The woman said it's going down the road and it's like felt a bump, so I'm just going to have a look. Just checking the road, see if there's any potholes or anything. Doesn't look to be anything. Passenger felt it like a bump and it lift up in the air and go, but I'm thinking that's what it's hit the curb and done that. So
The fire service is working to make the bus and surrounding area safe.
Stabilisation wise, there's not much we can do for it, to be honest.
No.
It is where it is. Handbrake's on, we'll get rid of fuel, and if we can, there's an emergency cut off in the cab if we can get to that one.
No problem. What we'll do is just try and keep everybody away and then wait for Boris to come.
Everyone's out of the field now. It's just this bit now, really.
Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is, and everybody's been seen, spoken to, and all details gone. Once they've gone, they can go. Just get them on the log, and then we'll keep the driver. The driver's blown zero. I do believe that there will be footage, dash cam and stuff on the bus. Yeah. That's my next thing. Thanks a lot for that. Mate, you got dash cam footage on your buses?
Yeah, they're all over. Yeah.
It's all that, so we'll keep that. So, what's happening?
Yeah. So, it's a bit of a dodgy corner.
Yeah.
And I came down here.
Yeah.
And potholes everywhere. As I just came around here, I must have took it a bit too early, coming round the bend way too early. I just hit the curb, and that's.
Okay. So you just poor manoeuvrability then, really? Is that what you're saying on it? Okay. No problem. This one's quite unique, the crash, because it's on a pretty straight bit of road. You know, nobody's run out, they're not had to swerve, they're not travelling at a high speed. So it's very, very strange at first.
Craig and his colleagues hope dashcam footage will shed light on what went wrong.
It'll turn right in a minute. She's brilliant.
That's bizarre. He's not having any flash or something, you know, just like leading up to it, he just seems to be rocking a bit, doesn't he? His head seems to.
I thought you were checking his mirrors and stuff.
Yeah, I thought you were looking all the time round.
I thought you was just
like being quite observant.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, look, he's looking round again. Looking around again. He's looked proper left when he does it.
Very bizarre.
It's weird, isn't it? That could have been a lot worse. The passengers have done really well, to be fair, haven't they?
That was a double decker, it's over.
Very, very strange. Straight away, it definitely looks like it's driver error on this one. I'm just going to report you now, driving a motor vehicle without due care intention. Yeah. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You're not mentioned now, something to say in court. If they do say maybe using evidence. Yeah. Due care is the lowest form of prosecution we deal with. You have dangerous and you have due care. It's fell below a competent driver's is you made the mistake and you've got into there. So don't worry about it. You'll get a letter through the post. And we'll do that all right.
The driver potentially faces a fine of up to £5,000, 9 points on his licence, or a total ban.
Nobody sets out to cause a collision. You know, it's normally circumstances have unfolded and that's what's caused it. You know, it could be just a lack of concentration. We've also got a duty of care to the driver as well. We've got to show that bit of empathy. Just travelling that road every day and he's been involved in a serious crash, you know, and as far as he's concerned, his world's just ended.
We've got two walking wounded that's going to go to Chesterfield for a check-up. I think it's more bruising and shock. We're going to get it forensically recovered just to make sure that there's no defect issues or any allegation of that. There's been some very, very, very lucky passengers on there. You know, thankfully nobody's seriously injured. There's nothing loose. That's okay to use tonight.
Cracking.
Then obviously we've got the ambulance versus police car crash to sort out, which I think the driver of the ambulance is embarrassed. But you know, these things happen. You know, it just shows you couldn't write what we do. You know, you're at a bus crash and then you have an ambulance roll into a police car. There's never a dull moment being a traffic officer, and that's why I enjoy the job. It's just what it is. They're like us, aren't they? They're driving all the time. You know, he's not intentionally driven recklessly. He just made that one misjudgment and put it through the edge.
Coming up,
we've come across this RTC.
a momentary lapse of concentration.
There's nothing left at the back.
Causes a major collision.
Possibly looking at a fatal.
The call originally did come from ambulance. Injuries at this time are unknown.
2-3 loud and clear.
Craig Dawes is travelling to a crash on a dual carriageway running through West Derby.
We're en route to a reported broken down vehicle on the A38 northbound, but since we've had the call for the broken down, it appears that a vehicle's now collided with the back of it. Possibly, you know, debris all over the place. So we need to obviously get there as quick as possible and make sure that we can safeguard everybody there. It's on an unlit stretch of the A38, so if there's no hard shoulders or anything, so it's going to drop into a live lane. How you doing? You all right?
We've come across this RTC white vehicle.
Broken down.
Was broken down.
Others have gone in back. Who's the driver of the one that's been hit?
BMW.
You're the BMW driver. Okay, no problem. You got your driving licence on you? It's all right. Don't worry. You've not done anything wrong. You're the white one. Sorry, who's the driver of this black one here? He's in the back of the ambulance. Is it brilliant? Let me just get recovery rolling. And hey, can I have recovery for 2 vehicles, please? I can't see, there's nothing left at back end of this one. Bear with me. That's going to want a full lift as well, please. That's just stuck on the barrier. And let highways know there's barrier damage as well.
It's 3 times more dangerous to break down in a live lane than on an emergency hard shoulder.
So basically what's happened is the white vehicle's been broken down. Thankfully they've had the sense to get out, and then it's been rear-ended by this one here who's failed to see it. But if you look at the back of the white one, so there's nothing left at the back. You know, if that had been somebody in the back of that, we'd have possibly been looking at a fatal. Is the driver okay of this one?
Feeling a bit of pain in his chest.
Right.
I think from where the airbags.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's hit that car at 65, 70 miles per hour, I'm going to take him up to RDA.
Yeah, I'll just get some details from him. Oh, can I come in here? Oh. Hey, look, dog's in here and all.
Well, leave it outside.
Yeah, is dog all right? Are you all right? Hey? Oh, I bet that made you frightened, didn't it? Hey? Okay, mate, what's happened?
Coming back home.
I think I overtook something and then pulled back in. I didn't see it was taking the car. Luckily the girl went inside it.
No, well, she's had the common sense to get out, which is great. Now are you? You all right? Obviously, you're going to be a bit shocked. Yeah. It could have been a lot worse, couldn't it, at that speed?
I think I was doing 65.
Yeah, well. Hey, do you need to go and get checked up as well?
When she was strapped in back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what? That's one good thing then, that you take it serious as well, because obviously if you hadn't have been strapped in, she could have been
Yeah, she didn't fly.
Yeah.
Over a third of all UK collisions are caused when drivers don't see other vehicles when changing lanes.
Nobody sets out to cause a collision. Years ago it used to be called road traffic accidents, but we now cause them collisions because through time it's been established that it's somebody's mistake that causes them. If you pay attention and drive to how you should do, then most collisions are avoidable.
Have you got somebody coming to collect you, you say?
They're literally about to. You need a statement. My car was the one that was plugged.
Listen, it's obviously his fault, but it's one of them unfortunate things where he's pulled back in, he's not expecting a parked car, travelling at 60, it's unlit, and he's...
No, my hazards were on.
No, the road's unlit, the road's unlit. You're totally faultless, at least you've done the right thing by getting out of the car and not sitting in it, because obviously it could have been a different story. I bet it made a bang when it hit it, didn't it?
Yeah, my car was here.
Yeah. All we have to say is thankfully nobody's injured. That's all we say.
Are you okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Obviously, just got a little bit shook up where the airbags have been activated. Dog's fine. Metal can be replaced. Obviously, humans can't. As you can see, it's got massive front impact damage. Airbags have been deployed. But do you know what? People going about securing the children in the car, but nobody really thinks about securing the pets, fortunately. The gentleman of this vehicle, he's got a proper harness and lead for the dog, whereas if he hadn't have done, probably gone through the gap, straight into the windscreen at 60 mile an hour.
It's strange, you don't realise it's happened until it's over. Accidents happen, so they say, well, you never think they're going to happen to you, do you?
We're going to have to put a full closure on now on the A38 while we get these vehicles recovered. It's going to put a bit of disruption, but when it's dark like this, we need a safe working environment. So the only way to do that is by put a full closure on. Both cars are completely totaled, which you expect when they're in a 70 mile an hour impact. Just a hazard of driving. Always pay attention.
Every time a driver enters a car, starts that engine and sets off on their journey, they're responsible for their actions, and if they drive without paying attention, then unfortunately you do take the consequences, and sometimes that is prison. In an ideal world, we'd all like to say people concentrate and nothing would happen, but in reality people make mistakes. Unfortunately, one silly mistake can change your life forever.
In this episode,
Need EMAS, matter of urgency, please. Got 2 people trapped.
the driver of the Navara truck remains in hospital in a critical condition.
There's 2 children who need to check. One in this one and one in this one.
The female passenger is recuperating out of hospital, and the 2 children have made full recoveries.
The Nissan Navara appears to have lost it on the bend, gone over the central res and into oncoming traffic.
No further action was taken by police in relation to the accident.
Twitchy bum time, this one.
The truck driver who jackknifed on a bridge was summoned to court for careless driving and completed a driver awareness course. No further action was taken against him.
All the passengers come away from bus just in case it moves.
In the case of the crashed bus, the driver was prosecuted for driving without due care and attention.
Definitely looks like driver error on this one.
And received a £500 fine and 5 points on his licence. No further action was taken with regards to the ambulance.
It's been rear-ended by this one here who's failed to see it.
I overtook something and then coming pulled back in. I didn't see it was taking a car.
And no action was taken against the driver, who crashed into a broken down car in a live lane.
So there's nothing left of the back. You know, if that had been somebody in the back of that, we would have possibly been looking at fatal.
And New Traffic Cops continues next Monday at 8. If you or someone you know has been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's programme, please go to channel5.com/helplines for information and support. Next, while Sheridan Smith finds the island filled with danger, is her sister any closer to locating her in brand new thriller, The Castaways?